Live stream for Friday, August 26th. As we reminded you guys yesterday, Jeannie is not in the store today. Fingers crossed for clean, successful, fast, and painless wisdom teeth removal for both of my kids today. It's a double whammy in the Mulligan household. So Jeannie is going to be at home managing sore-mouthed children. So if you do need something from Jeannie today, email is going to be the best way to reach her. We've got Suzanne in the store today, so we should be doing pretty well as far as phones in the store. And as crazy as this week has felt, thank you, Gail. As crazy as this week has felt, I think we've actually done a good job on getting a little bit caught up. Shauna was a huge help on Thursday. We had Max on Thursday. I think we might have Max again today. So it's been a long time since I've said it, but any of you who know us know how much Jeannie and I appreciate all of our support here. I mean, we are blessed with really the most amazing staff, and for as crazy as this week has felt, they've done a good job on keeping us up. For any of you, like I had this experience last night, but for any of you that drive, like Jeannie's new car is electric and it needed to be charged. So I drove it to chargers last night to learn that like a ridiculous amount of like the majority of the chargers in town have been vandalized and destroyed. So we had our first true range anxiety experience last night as I drove home from a charger with 0% and like put my battery into a deep discharge state, which you're really not supposed to do, but it's kind of the only option. But yeah, it appears that there's been this massive amount of vandalism in the last 2 weeks. They've cut off cables and have destroyed cables and destroyed handles from superchargers. So kind of scary times. I was out in Sparks at the supercharger at Legends, and I was running into all these people that lived in like Fernley and Fallon. That was like kind of their last supercharger opportunity, and like they were out of luck. I had 13 miles left in my battery, so did they, but I was within 13 miles of home and they weren't. So for any of those folks, I hope they made it home safely or figured out a way to get a charge there. Not a whole lot to talk about today. I heard great things from a lot of ladies yesterday regarding the poinsettia panel class. As Jeannie had mentioned, I think she was adding, and I don't know if it's on the calendar yet, but she's adding another class because those classes have filled up so quickly. We do have more panels coming. I actually talked to Jeannie right before I jumped on the live stream just to make sure. But, you know, she and I talked yesterday, and I'd mentioned this, like Terry was in the store yesterday, and I'd mentioned it to Terry. When we started doing, not the poinsettia panels, but the other panels, the other Hoffman panels, we started to see really, really cool stuff from our ladies that were taking that class, as far as how they were using and how they were learning their fills. And what was amazing to me, and you know, a lot of the conversations yesterday were along the same lines of, yeah, they are in great hands with Jeannie. And thank you for the well wishes for the kids. I'm sure they'll do great too. It's actually a good friend of ours who's doing the surgery. So no pressure, Dan. But so I'm sure they'll do great. They're well liked and well loved by the guy who's putting them under the knife. So the Uh, Carolyn, actually, I'm not really the guy to talk. I can maybe look that up. There are a couple classes. There was, I think, a second class on the calendar, and then she was talking about putting a third class up because there's been so much interest in that class. What I was going to say is when we first started doing the panels a number of years ago, and this is back when the Destiny was in play, I felt like the majority of our customers hadn't really used those features in the machine. And two things happened. One, we started seeing a lot of amazing projects with fills that weren't the panels. The other thing that we saw was we started seeing those panels, and like you could see people's progression. Like a lot of people got several panels and did several panels. And the first panel may have come out okay with not everything totally matched up. Second panel got better. Third panel was amazing, kind of thing. So it is one of those classes that'll really, really help you with fills and positioning and IQ. I did have a customer yesterday talk a little bit about the difference in doing the project on something like a Destiny rather than the Solaris and the Luminaire. So, the reality is there's a difference. The Destiny is a beautiful machine. I actually have one in the store. Things have been a little nuts, so it's been fully serviced and tested, but I haven't gotten it all inventoried. So if there's anybody out there in the market, it's there. I've been a little... it's gotten past me. We'll put it that way. We had a number of really nice used machines, and I've sold all but that one. But there is a difference in doing these projects on the Solaris and the Luminaire, and it was a funny conversation yesterday because essentially what I was hearing was that it was apparent to that customer. So if you haven't upgraded yet, come in and see us. Jeannie and I spent some time last night really doing kind of a deeper dive into this new functionality in the upgrade and in the new machines. And it's funny because I was looking at it, and quite frankly, I was looking at the upgrades and kind of everything that was going on and going, this seems really cool. There's a lot there. And I was hearing how excited the ladies were. And any of you who know Jeannie, like Jeannie can sell it if she's really excited about it. She can't really sell it if she's not. And this one she was really fired up about. But we were watching a lot of the kind of deep dive videos from the launches. And one of the things that Jeannie said to me is, wow, how are we going to fit like the other upgrades we were able to do in a single 3-hour class?
No,
this one, she's like, it's going to take 2 or 3 classes. Like split designs is going to be a class by itself. Edge to edge is going to be a class by itself. Like she's like, I don't know how we're going to do this in one class. It's going to be a bunch. And I know Michelle is going to be working on some Technique Tuesday videos. I'm committing Michelle. Yep, she's right over here.
I'm really excited. I'm so excited about the whole thing.
We're going to be doing some Technique Tuesday videos on the Vision. And really getting that in front of you guys too, so you guys can really see how deep this thing goes. I was just blown away by turning the projector on and seeing that the projector was larger. I was like, so things like that I found really, really exciting. But then, really kind of watching and doing this deep dive was eye-opening. It was kind of like, this is a whole new ball game. So, for those of you who haven't signed up, sign up. I was talking to a couple of customers yesterday. I think I have 2 non-spoken for Solaris upgrades.
Who's have to turn it down?
And if you, nobody turned it down. I just ordered more than we needed, but the way it's working, we don't have like this unlimited time. These bundles are kind of happening for a period of time. I have a couple opportunities to buy them, and then it's piecemeal, and you want to get the upgrade, because it is a great deal. I mean, it's just a fantastic deal. That said, I know some of my brother people probably haven't been feeling like they're getting a whole lot of love, just because I haven't been able to give you more detailed information about and Mary, and there are a couple of folks I'm calling today. Like, there are certain circumstances out of state that might work. Like, I've had some folks that are distant or can't drive or things like that. But the reality is, if you're close to a local dealer, you really should do business with the local dealer, and it's set up that way. I'm not supposed to ship these. I have started calling. There's some folks that I'm calling and just saying, hey, unfortunately, I can't get this for you. Jeannie is driving up to the store right now. So I think they allowed her to leave while my kids were under, maybe. So we'll see. Here's where Jeannie comes running into the store looking for her nuts. And then, larger camera view. I'm unaware of the camera view being larger, but the projector is larger.
It's brighter. It's faster. It's just amazing.
I mean, there were some firmware upgrades that really made, anybody who's listened to me talk about these machines, it's funny because with some of the brands, like the start of my demo is I turn the machine off and I turn the machine on, which sounds silly. But for people with other brands of machines that sit and wait for like 2 minutes while the machine starts up before they can actually do anything, watching the machine come on and basically be ready to operate within 30 seconds is eye-opening. They really do have the faster processor. So the reality is, part of this update, there are features that are turned on by the upgrade, but part of that update was enhancements that really came out, like, because we have a updated Luminaire in the store, so it's brighter, it's faster, things look better, but that actually, even in the Luminaire 2, not to not sell the upgrade, even in the Luminaire 2 or the Solaris 2, that's part of that most recent firmware upgrade that you guys just did, the 4 point something. So Mary, you can certainly sign up when we get those classes prepared. And that, we're a couple of months out on that because we really need to spend some time working on the machine. You'll have to pay for those classes, but you'll be able to take those classes virtually online like we do with our other classes. So right now, I think most of our upgrade classes are like $21, which is normally what we charge for a 3-hour class or so. So that series may be something that we sell either as a series or as standalone classes in case they're just features that you want to learn and other features you don't care about. So regardless, for those of you who've been waiting for Brother updates, I've been really kind of on it with Brother as far as asking them and keeping up to date as to what's going on there. There is like all hands on meeting today at Brother where they are really sitting down to figure out how these things are provisioned. I made a phone call and kind of started the phone call. My rep, who I consider a friend, answered the phone, and I immediately said something to him about the position he's been in with kind of the Brother systems issues and stuff like that. It is kind of weird having some of the Baby Lock stuff in the store and having delivered 6 of the Baby Lock upgrades and having nothing from Brother yet. And I immediately started talking to him about that circumstance, not realizing he had the senior VP of sales sitting in the car next to him. So long story short, I got the kind of deep download. There's a meeting happening today. There's a lot more information that's going to be available for us at the end of the day, which means by Tuesday, I should be providing you all that have been so patient with me on the Brother end of things with kind of an update as to what to expect and and what is actually going on. So that said, we had received several calls regarding the Gem vacuum. I'd actually modified, we used to sell the Simplicity Flash, which was the same vacuum, but was an inactive product. And I basically had modified that product, and for whatever reason, what I did was not working. So we did put the Gem on the site. That is there and it's ready to go. It's on the promotions page. The promotions page has been updated. So I know over the last couple of days, we've been talking about all of that, but that is updated and clean. You might have to look. There's several pages in the promotions page. So, I mean, at one point there were like 14 pages or something. And I was like, we need to go through and get rid of all that stuff. But you know, we have gotten that taken care of. So the promotions page is done and it is accurate. I kind of ran into the store today a little bit late. We said goodbye to our friend. We have good friends from Argentina that spend a couple of months every year in Reno, and this was our last morning to see them as they're leaving over the weekend. Sad. And then we dropped the kids off, of course, for their procedures. So and I'll answer that question in 1 second, Wendy. So so I did not take a moment to like pick out giveaways. Our giveaways have been really, really good lately. And quite frankly, you want Jeannie to do that too, because she knows what you ladies will be so excited about. So we will be doing a giveaway on Tuesday. If anybody is new and watching, even if you're not watching live, here's how the giveaway works. Every Friday we have Ask a Question. Normally it's a question that will help us kind of figure out what we do in our store. And we use a random comment picker. We generally will have kind of call it a grand prize. Both the prizes normally are pretty grand. But normally there'll be one prize that we give away to the person who answers the question. And then we always have kind of a consolation because so many people just log in and say hello. So if you're watching it live or if you're watching it over the weekend, because it is up all weekend, you can comment all weekend. Take a moment to answer the question. Take a moment to say hello and just get a comment on the live stream as well. And you know, you're in that random comment picker drawing for that item. If you're in state, great. Or if you're in town, great. You can come pick the item up in the store. If you're out of town, we will do our best to either, you know, add that item to an existing order, or you can pay the actual shipping to get the item to you, but you always get the item for free. So Wendy asked the question, if I just bought my machine in June, do I need to upgrade? Now, she bought a 5200, and right now there is no upgrade for the 5200. The machine that was upgraded, or the big upgrade, I should say, this year was for the Solaris and the Luminaire. So, you know, you've got the XP3 that's been launched. That's the new machine. These upgrades effectively give you the hardware. That's the upgrade bundles effectively give you the hardware that are part of those new machines. We did also offer as a separate purchase, because some people would want it and some people wouldn't, that compact digital dual feed foot, or the little butt foot, as Jeannie calls it. It's essentially that same belt-driven walking foot, but it's got a smaller rear end. And so it's a little easier when you're dealing with significant thickness down there. Now, that said, you do need to pay attention, and this is for anybody with a Baby Lock or a Brother machine. You should pay attention, and we do a pretty good job of making you aware, and I know Baby Lock and Brother do as well. If you've registered those machines, you'll get emails from both us as well as the manufacturer, the distributor of the machine, letting you know when those updates are available. And it is important to watch those for those updates. And as I was just saying, for those of you who, I mean, there are some people out there that have decided, the Solaris or Luminaire that they have is good enough, that they don't want to do the upgrade. Still run the update. And so this was a big update. So even if you didn't get, do I see Jeannie running around? Come say hi, Jeannie. I saw you. So this was a big update. And what I mean by that is what we were just saying is true. Like, we have the Solaris Vision in the store. We have one remaining XP2, which I will be selling upgraded with the hardware. So anybody who's looking at the new machines going, I'm not ready quite to upgrade, you can save thousands looking at these other machines. There's some mileage on that Luminaire too. It's 2 million
Patrick,
stitches.
It's me. It's Jeannie. I know you didn't recognize me.
Oh my God.
You thought I'm Jeannie's younger, more beautiful sister, but it's me, guys. I just got my hair done yesterday. They colored it and cut it.
Can you not help but pay attention to yourself on the camera?
No,
Are you like,
I'm
so beautiful? Are you distracted?
Are you distracted by how young I look? In case you were confused, it's me, guys. I know it's hard to recognize me, but it's me.
So, anyways, you look beautiful.
Do I look so good? I feel.
You do look good.
Oh my goodness. I feel 10 years younger.
Oh geez.
Just right here, but not here, not from here down, just from like here, like right here. Anyways.
So like this.
Were you talking about the
Well, no,
upgrade?
but this I'm talking about the update.
Okay.
This update was a big one. And it literally enhanced the operation of the machine. So even in our non-upgraded XP2, the screen is clearer. It's a little faster. There were some firmware aspects of this upgrade that really appeared. So even if you've decided that the upgrade, and I know it gets confusing, upgrades you buy, you add to the machine to bring the machine to its next iteration. Updates are firmware updates. They're free. And so they're free and they enhance and fix bugs. So like your computer, they figure out what works, what doesn't work, what they can make work better, etc. This was a big one. And it's funny because I don't know how much you've paid attention to it, but I went in and played with our XP2. I was like,
when were you doing that?
well, Michelle pointed it out the other day. She's like, is it me or is this faster? Is it me? Is this brighter? Is this like better? It was a big one.
In our class yesterday, the camera was definitely, the projector was faster.
Right.
Like just for it to come on and do all of that stuff. Because I don't have the upgrade yet, so I haven't had it at home to play with on a daily basis.
But she has the XP2.
But I am excited. Because we were watching that video, I'm excited about the projector, the camera
size.
being bigger.
Yeah.
Because it's like 3.5 inches by like 4.5 inches,
You're
or
talking
3
about
by
the
5.
projector?
The projector right now. So I think it's going to be like
it's a good deal bigger.
It looked like it filled up half the screen, like for the hoop, so about probably a little over 5 inches, and then. Anyways, it's going to be bigger.
It's going to be awesome. So I'm talking about the update though. So anyways, we've talked about the update.
Oh, awesome, Stephanie.
So
I hope you worked on it some more.
So the it's worth doing the update.
Do it.
It just makes the machine better. So
and you know what else it's going to do? It's going to put these little grayed out buttons on your screen.
You're going to have buttons that don't work.
Oh. If I only had the upgrade, this button would work. You're going to have all these. They're kind of exciting, though, looking on there. I'm like, ooh, that's what I'm going to have.
So with that in mind, let's get back to what I started talking about. I was kind of talking in circles. That's fine. which is the question of the day.
Okay.
So, the last couple years have been kind of different because with the pandemic, we didn't push like hardcore a big Black Friday sale. In years prior, we'd done big Black Friday sales, which really were very busy, very big days in the store.
Did we do?
Yeah, and so the last 2 years we did our Christmas lists, which we will still be doing because they were really, really successful. A great way for friends and family to be able to get you what you want, or for you to get what you want with discounts. It essentially puts everything in the store on sale. Do you still have kits for North Pole?
Yeah, so North Pole we're hosting the event October 4th and 5th. They asked me, this is how all the events work. 3 weeks to the day. So 3 weeks before October 4th.
I was going to ask my
I know, but
day.
you brought it up.
Okay.
You said,
Right.
you brought it up.
Okay.
Gwen, I did not interrupt him. He asked the question. So 3 weeks before October 4th, Kimberbell contacts me and they go, "What are your numbers?" And I give them my numbers. And then since we're only 3 days away from Utah, they'll send them out.
So what's the cutoff?
I have as many kits as you want, ladies. Just sign up.
But get signed up sooner than later because it's got to be how many days before?
I usually get some extra kits. If I have to ship them to you, that makes a difference. But just get signed up in the next couple of weeks.
If you're gonna do
more,
it,
the
sign up
merrier.
now because it just helps us with number.
The merrier. Get it, Mary? Because Christmas, North Pole.
So my question for you, I get it. Yeah, I've followed.
Oh my God.
So my question today is, if we were to host like a bigger Black Friday sale or event,
What does that mean?
Just that. What kind of things would you guys like to see at A1 Vacuum and Sewing for Black Friday?
Yeah. Have you ever seen something that like another store did that's really cool?
That's what I'm saying. Like
what kind of...
Is there something that we haven't done for Black Friday that you'd like to see done on Black Friday? I mean, I feel like this store is always on sale all the time.
You want it? I'll make you a deal. Yeah.
So, but that is the question of the day. So we don't have the giveaways out. I didn't pick out any. I don't know if you have any in mind. We'll pick them out on Tuesday. They'll be amazing. Just like
it's going to be so much fun.
I always think about it.
I think you've had it.
In terms of what was the one where the kid goes back in time?
Back to the...
No. The cartoon.
What?
He goes back in time. He's like an inventor.
Oh, it's a Disney cartoon, and it's the cute little kid with the...
Right, and it's a family name.
Not the Robinsons.
It is. Meet the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons.
So
the
prepare to be amazed. That was
the service gift cards. Blowout you know what? We keep talking about stuff, and then we didn't do comments. So, and we're gonna do the daily Mr. Peabody. The daily we wanted to do some big sales in the store, like all thread, all fabric, all designs. But we just have to plan it.
What? I mean, yeah, we're gonna do that.
When?
We just need to pick a time and go.
Why don't we do that then?
We're ready to be totally buried.
Let's do it though.
We've been totally buried.
We've been buried, but whatever.
I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and he had some pretty good ideas, and I'm like, listen, like I like your ideas, and these are all really valid, but you have to understand a massively successful marketing campaign would crush us right now. Like we're bursting at the seam.
I always tell people we're like treading water. We're in the ocean, and then the waves are doing this.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
That's what I'm doing every day.
Shit, because that's the only stroke she knows is the doggy paddle. Jeannie
you know
doesn't
what?
swim.
I don't even do the I do the side stroke. I took swimming extra long because I had to learn how to do the side stroke because I can't even tread water. It's just not in me.
All right.
So with these, I say we just do these as our.
Well, I mean, the whole point is what they want to see on Black Friday. So that we'll do some blowout sales because we need to.
I say we do blowout sales on this kind of stuff, like blowout sale, like one day each week we do like stabilizer. If you're an OESD fan, your
choking on my own
thread and stabilizer is all going up September 1st. So how about
we should do sales before September 1st. That would be
how about next week? Next week we're gonna do OESD thread and OESD stabilizer.
OESD thread.
Well, Isocord. We get Isocord from OESD.
Okay.
So thread and stabilizer. Let's plan on it next week. And if you're patient with me, we'll do a good sale. If you're patient with me, I'll be special ordering some stuff too, because you know how it is. We like to sell things that aren't even here.
I had a call with one of our manufacturers the other day, and he's like, "We don't get how you guys do it." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "You sell so much stuff that you don't have."
I think you guys are used to it.
Yeah, you come in and I'm like, "Imagine this. It's gonna look like this."
Okay.
It'll be awesome when it gets here in a week.
You know what, Deb? That's a great idea. Discount increase depending on yards of fabric purchased. That's kind of
That's
cool.
hard.
Why? Why is that hard?
It's not, but it will be.
I think that's easy. Like if you get like 5 yards, this is your discount. 10 yards, this is your discount.
That's how you blow out fabric. Sure.
So
next week, stabilizer and Isocord thread. Good luck, Kai and Violet. Good luck to you.
Oh, you know what? We'll do that. So
Why are you with Violet's phone?
Every year, at the end of the year, I have one of my distributors does. They do free freight. So if you want a bolt, I'll give you a discount. Then we do bolts of we do a big discount on bolts of muslin. I mean, we could do muslin too. We could do bolts of muslin, bolts of shape flex.
The stuff that's really expensive to ship.
Batting is what we can do. Boxes of, we'll do that. Okay.
All right, let's go.
We'll print this out.
You gotta go.
You know, we might start doing these weekly sales.
We were talking about doing
Bye,
some
guys.
blowout sales to kind of reduce inventory. So we'll start those next week with OESD stabilizer and Isocord.
Yep, that's next week, ladies.
All right. Have a great day, Jeannie.
Be creative and make something awesome. I'm gonna go work on North Pole.
Bye.
And all this.